yeah, she know the vibes. Something special about your words, can't describe. You my down ass with your round ass.
Hey beautiful people, thank you for tuning in again to The Real Storm. This video today is a story time about house for 3 of my roommates. And I know y'all like, girl, you in the house, why do you have a hat on? But if you like this hat, it's true. If you like this, I will link the description below on where I got it. And your girl needs her hair done, so I'm gonna wear a hat. But also, I like to keep my hair in for a while so it can grow. I leave it in for a little bit, and then when I feel like taking it out, that's when I'm gonna take it out. Okay, to start this story time, I moved in with 3 females, so it was 4 of us. We had 2 doubles, so 2 person per room, and that was pretty much, how the living dynamic was. We shared a kitchen, we shared a bathroom, and a living space, so like a living room. Before moving into college, I obviously reached out to the females, and they reached out to me to get to know each other. Buffalo State has this portal where you could email back and forth to the person, and if they then choose to give you their, socials, or like social media, that's what I meant, socials, or their phone number, you can FaceTime or talk to them. So when I saw that 2 of the females actually knew each other, I thought it was best for them to live together. And we all agreed, like, because they knew each other, it was best for them to live together, and the 2 new people who didn't know anyone to move in a room together. We're going to call all 3 females thing 1, thing 2, and thing 3. Now, thing 1 was like the ringleader, so like whatever she say was to go for the rest of them. Thing 2 and thing 3 was pretty much followers, but thing 2 was the problem starter, like the whole dramatic person she was. So first off, thing 2 and I had like fake beef or whatever because she didn't know how to communicate. She would basically go about her problems the incorrect way and just want people to feel how she would feel without saying things or saying how she felt. Like, which is, I feel, on my behalf, I feel that is immature. If you want to feel like how you want to feel, cool. But eventually, I feel like you should communicate with the person, especially the person you're living with. Okay, cool. Thing 2 took all her stuff out the room and eventually moved out. So, or like partially moved out. All her stuff was pretty much gone. There was like a couple things in the room. So, to my instance, you moved out, girl. I got the room to myself. Like, you're not saying anything to me. So, I started moving some of my stuff that I had no room for on the opposite side, like my kitchen appliances, stuff like that. I started moving it on her side because she was not there. So, mind you, I was the only one who had a job out of all 3 females in the suite. And I would go to work every day after class. Come home from work one day, get into my room, all my stuff that was on her side is now back on my side. So I noticed this. I didn't like black or anything. I calmly said, like, wrote a note and was like, since you're not talking to me, please do not touch my stuff via management. Like, don't touch my stuff. If you want me to move my stuff, you should have said, okay, I'm gonna wait for her to come home from work. You know what time I come home from work, So I was like, why would you then just go about just touching my stuff, taking it upon yourself? Also, she had a party, like the room had like a whole party the first or second or third day of classes, which I found was like rude, because if you know that we have class during the week, why would you then throw a party? And then didn't even tell me, your roommate. So I'm coming in from work and I just see a whole party in the living room. That's a red flag right there that I knew shorty was literally crazy. So the charger situation happened, didn't black. The whole party situation didn't black, So our animosity was coming from thing 2. So I took it upon myself and chose to go to one of the RAs, because our RA that we're assigned was literally sleeping with one of my roommates. I'm not gonna tell you which thing it was, but literally, like, they was knocking boots. So I felt the need to go to someone else for unbiasedness. So after I did that, the RA basically squashed the beef. And basically her beef with me was because I had my girlfriend coming over. She just felt uncomfortable, but my girlfriend never did anything in front of her We never did anything in front of her. We never dressed inappropriate. So I never understood how she felt uncomfortable. And basically her point of view was just like she wasn't comfortable when she would come in from the shower and my girlfriend was like laying in the bed or whatever. Obviously faced the opposite way. But even sleep, she didn't feel comfortable in getting her stuff together or getting herself together for class and someone else is in the room. Cool. I understand her perspective. But I never understood the fact that, you know, you felt this way and you couldn't come to me. But literally every time my girlfriend would come over, you never had a problem. And her excuse, because I feel like it's an excuse, her excuse was that she didn't want to start drama. But literally you started drama by taking your stuff and leaving. By leaving the room. By just making the room and the whole apartment feel like it just was divided. She started all of that. Cool. Once we squashed that beef, literally, I just felt the way about all the females, but I still gave them a second chance. Because thing one, again, was the ringleader. And she was not about nothing. Not about Nathan. When it comes to, you feel me? Nothing. She was not about nothing. The looks wasn't there. Like, it was just a body for everybody. Like, pretty much. And I'm going to just leave it at that. It was just a body. After everything went back right, there was just more drama picking up. So they was leaving like little notes around the house about cleaning and stuff like that. Oh, and then thing 3 had left a note for me on the fridge. Like, oh, please clean up your mess. Blase, blase. She had came home one day. She had left at night and went to go link someone. And came back in the morning, and when nobody was up, she decided to leave a note for me like, oh, please clean your mess. Please clean your dishes. Mind you, when you came home, you were up. I was asleep. So what makes the sense of leaving me a note? At least give me a chance to get up and clean my mess. So, alright, cool. Fast forward after that. I just felt the way about every single one of the females. Thing 1, thing 2, and thing 3. And again, I called the meeting because literally nobody was going to speak up like adults. So I called the meeting with the RAs. Long story short, we're sitting down, we're having a conversation. It goes left again. Like, it just turned to a screaming match. I'm just saying how I felt, and again, it's 3 females, it's me by myself. My girlfriend was not there, she was at work. But 3 of them just attacking me, literally. Oh, my dishes. Literally, these females was eating off of me, eating off my dishes, but they want me to clean up after them. And literally, I was the only one who had a job. So I'm sorry that after I went to class, I cooked something before I went to class, and after I came back from class, I was too busy to clean my mess. And usually, I'm very cleansy, so I don't know why they was coming for me, but I just feel like they could not compare. None of them had jobs. They were just going to classes and then coming back and just chilling. Keep that in mind. Cool, so that's what the whole problem lied on, because I didn't clean my dishes or I didn't clean the kitchen. But literally, these females will use my stuff, use my dishes, use my food, eat off of me. You get what I'm saying? Like, literally eat off me. I'm making food for my girlfriend and the people you didn't want to be here. And you like, oh, can I get a plate? Can I get a second? Can I get more? Like, you didn't pay for this food. You didn't pay for my dishes. You didn't pay for anything. But all 3 females felt there was the need to put their name on everything they had. Oh, they're like, oh, this is my microwave, don't touch, blase, blase. Now, I never felt the need to buy a microwave, which I should have done, but we had already 2 microwaves in the room. So I'm guessing I was supposed to buy a 3rd microwave in order to heat my food up. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to use these females' microwave because they just being petty and immature. You get what I'm saying? If it's 2 damn microwaves in the whole vicinity, why do you need a 3rd one? But they petty like that, so I just needed to go about my own stuff. Now, that's one thing about the microwave. It causes radiation, so I never wanted to get a microwave. So I would just use the stove, the oven, or go to one of the other buildings. We call them towers, because we lived in Moore. I would go to towers and warm my food up. Easy, calm. So back to the discussion. There's 2 RAs, I believe, trying to mediate and get, you know, what is the problem out. So again, like I said before, I just felt attacked, and it started getting very, very, very loud in the room. Where arguing is getting heated. So thing 1 gets up as if she want to fight. So I'm like, I'm with timing. But then I'm also thinking about in the back of my head, like, my graduation. I'm not about to fight this nothing, this zero, get kicked off campus, and my mother have to move me back out. No. So what I did was I took the grown-up approach and I went in my room, closed the door. Now the RAs is supposed to be there mediating. They forced me to come out of my room, like, oh, you need to come out to kind of have this conversation. You need to come out. You need to come out. I'm like, no, I'm not having a conversation. You allowed somebody to get up and jump up. Like, that should be a no-no. We should have said that from the beginning. Like, one mic, one voice. All those rules, you get what I'm saying, when you're having a discussion with other people, especially if it's a disagreement. Cool. Why is it okay that she got up and the RAs did nothing? Have no clue. But I'm not going to run from my problems either. So I honestly took some time, cooled down, came back out. Still the same type of animosity. So because I've been attacked, because I felt this way, I'm starting to shoot back now. Because you're not about to keep coming for me. So I'm shooting back. I'm hurting feelings. Think 3 had a whole anxiety attack. Like, I wish we could all be friends. But you were just leaving notes on the, like, you was tough. Like, you was... Oh, so where's that all that animosity now? All that tough stuff then. And at this time, the RD is there. And obviously, they're choosing sides, which I did not appreciate. And this RD, like, I want you to know, like, you did wrong. Like, literally, you was choosing sides from off rip. As soon as you came in the room, you was just like, oh, you're right, you're wrong. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I'm just like, how you feel comfortable with, she's like, oh, I don't have a, thing 2 is like, oh, I don't have a problem with gay people. I have a gay cousin, da-da-da-da. I'm like, please, okay? Because if you had a problem, if you didn't have a problem with gay people, why did you feel the need to, like, you felt uncomfortable around my girlfriend? But literally, if I had a nigga in the room, excuse my language, if I had a boy in the room, you would be real comfortable to change your clothes in a heartbeat. Because this girl had, like, guys in her room nonstop. She would change in front of them, change her shirt in front of them. She just didn't have no respect for herself. So it's like, if you have so little respect for yourself, how do you not feel comfortable changing in front of a female who is not even paying attention to you? Literally, you're a bad body, sis. Nobody cares about you. Literally, I could care less. My girlfriend could care less about you. Alright, cool. Fast forward. So the RD is like reprimanding me because I said she has a problem, obviously has a problem with gay people. Obviously, she does. It's very blatant. Just because your uncle is gay doesn't mean that you don't have a problem with gay people. That's just like saying, a white person saying, oh, I don't have a problem with black people. My bestest friend is black. Literally, your best friend might be black, but if you have a problem with them, it will show in how you act, how you talk, how you regard people. So it was just weird to me. So the RD like blacking on me, and I'm just like, well, pump your brakes. I don't know who you're talking to, but you're choosing sides, and that's not fair. So while thing 3 is having a whole anxiety attack, thing 2 is bawling. Bawling means crying. Bawling, like she's the victim. And thing 1 is just like, everybody was escorted out except thing 1 and me. Thing 1 and I. Sorry, thing 1 and I. So I'm like, all right, like, we're trying to continue to have the conversation. She still has this hostility in her voice. So I'm like, you know what? Let me start getting my stuff. Y'all need to call campus police because, honestly, I'm ready to leave. Like, I'm over this. I don't want to live with these females. Like, y'all drama, and I don't need it. Like, I have class. I have work in the morning. Couldn't even finish my assignments that night because of this drama, which was petty and immature, literally. Okay, cool. I end up having to move all my stuff. Not that night specifically, but they had to escort me throughout that week. Like, if I was going to do something to these females. Like, they was moving so scared. But y'all wasn't moving so scared when y'all was throwing shade. And you get what I'm saying? Like, don't dish it if you can't get it. Like, if you don't want it back. Don't dish it. Like, for real. Because you look stupid. Alright. So, pretty much, when I would see them on campus, like, they would turn the other way or they would look scared. They scary. So I feel like once I put my foot down, once I show people like I mean business, then that's when they wanna, oh, that's really how she is. Don't let the sweetheart fool you. Don't let the hype fool you. Don't let the face fool you. Don't let it fool you. And the face be given, it be given au natural. So don't. And that's pretty much my story time on how I almost boxed all 3 of my roommates. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and you'll get more from me. Thank you.